Hey everyone, and welcome to Pokemon White, a new series we are starting after asking a few of you in our last Heart Gold video if we should play this game, and many of you like this idea. So here we are playing one of the best Pokemon games ever made, and please remember to like and subscribe, and also consider becoming a member as well to help support the channel.
Yeah, and don't worry about our other series, all of them. We'll still be continuing, even Animal Crossing, even though those videos will be released on a slower schedule, due to the fact those games become very boring after a while, whilst Pokemon is ever-changing and evolving.
Yeah, so we hope you enjoy the video, everyone. Pokemon Black and White are my favorite games ever. The story is just so rich, and Unova is based off America too. So as presidents, this is the perfect game for us.
I agree with you, Donald, and I completely forgot that Unova was based off America too.
Be careful, Obama. Joe's dementia might be contagious, and you have been spending lots of time with him lately?
Yeah, this game is so fun, and also I can't believe it's almost 15 years old now, boys, which is insane to think about. I was in high school when these games came out.
Joe, 15 years ago, you absolutely were not in high school, you dumbass. But I agree, these games are some of the best ever, and then they went and made Black and White too, which was just as amazing. Please leave a comment down below on which versions you all liked out of Black and White or Black and White 2. Personally, I prefer Black 2 since Black Kyurem is so cool looking and really strong, just like me.
Hang on there, Donald. Obama just named the character after himself whilst you were talking, thinking we wouldn't notice. Well, we fucking did notice, Obama. So why did you do that without consulting us first?
Joe, first of all, don't swear at me because I am your superior, remember? And second of all, you named yourself Biden in our Platinum playthrough, so it's only fair we name ourselves after me in Pokemon White here, isn't it?
Can both of you be quiet and see what's happening? We are about to pick our starter Pokemon, boys, and I already know who we will go with.
Oh, look, there's a letter, guys. It says, I've brought 3 Pokemon, 1 for you and 1 for each of your friends. Please settle your choices politely, Donald. Enjoy your Pokemon. From Professor Juniper.
Funny, Joe, Professor Juniper never said my name in her letter, and also I already decided to pick Ushawott.
Yeah, I like this choice, Donald. Its final evolution is one of the better ones. Although Emboar is pretty cool too.
All right, Joe, looks like we are about to have our first battles here in our room, which seems like a great idea, doesn't it? But anyway, don't lose.
Donald, after playing Pokemon for the 4th time, now I've got enough skills to always be victorious in every situation, especially against this yellow-haired weirdo Bianca.
Joe, why the hell aren't you attacking, you moron?
It's called Strats, Obama. I'm lowering her defense.
OMG, Joe, you stupid idiot. You lost the first battle again.
Yeah, and he's trashed our room now too, the dipshit. Joe, seriously, how did you lose that battle? All you had to do was spam tackle. This wasn't an Elite Four battle, so you didn't need any strats. You just needed to turn your brain on.
Well, look, Bianca is at least apologizing for our room getting destroyed, guys, and anyway, she rigged that battle too, just like May did in our Pokemon Omega Ruby playthrough.
Yeah, and like how you rigged the election too, Joe, but anyway, now we have to battle Sharon, and once again, please don't lose.
I'm going to take Obama's advice and spam our attacking move because he is the best Pokemon player I know.
What are you both looking forward to most in this series, guys? For me, I really want to get a shiny Zorua and also use Pokemon I never used when I was younger, such as Scrafty.
Scrafty reminds me of some hooligan teenager Obama and does not suit the team a president should be using.
Nah, I like Scrafty, Joe. It kind of reminds me of myself in many ways. Elamau.
I also want to use a Haxorus too, boys like Iris has in the anime. Her Axew was so cute. But then seeing it as a Haxorus brought tears to my eyes.
LML, Obama, you simp, but check it, boys. Our mom looks like a solid 10 in this game, too.
Donald, you gotta stop hitting on our mom. You could at least check out Professor Juniper, you know. Which, by the way, did you guys know that Professor Juniper was the first female professor in the mainline series games?
Obama, who cares about pointless information like that? We all know who the best is, and also in this first episode, we are currently running the game at normal speed, and we'll see if we will continue this trend with the second episode or not, but for now, I am actually enjoying it quite a bit, guys.
Yeah, these newer games aren't like Pokemon Diamond or Pearl in terms of speed, so we may keep this game at normal speed. But anyway, guys, check out the outside. Isn't it so pretty?
True, Joe, the outside is very pretty, just like your wife. But anyway, first we need to head to Bianca's house because she's getting a lecture from her dad.
Obama, what did you say about my wife?
Joe, hurry your ass up and get to Bianca's house. We haven't got time to talk about Jill, and frankly, no one cares either.
Well, I'm pretty sure I heard you say something about her.
Elmao, look, boys, Bianca is getting ripped apart by her daddy because he doesn't want her going out on a Pokemon journey with 2 boys, which makes sense if you think about it. Elmao.
Seriously, not having the running shoes to begin with is the dumbest feature in any game. It makes zero sense.
That's true, Joe. And with you playing, this has taken 10 times longer. But anyway, we are finally heading to the lab. And I have the perfect nickname for our little blue otter.
Guys, I forgot that this game was the first in the series to start having animated Pokemon battles too. That was a really big change.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that, Donald. But look, boys, I named our Oshawott Yoshi from the Mario series if you didn't know who Yoshi was.
All right, we just got the Pokedex, guys, which looks like an iPod. But now we can finally head out on our new Pokemon journey.
The first Pokemon and the routes up ahead are so shit, though, Joe. And compared to Black and White 2, where we could find a Riolu right off the bat, was pretty insane if you think about it.
Also, you can get a Magby and Elekid in Burbank City, guys, and their final evolutions are absolutely insane. And when we start a playthrough of those games, we need them for sure.
Ooh, yay, kids!
Dear God, here we go, Donald.
I'ma just ignore him, Obama, and wait till our mom stops talking because she's currently making me feel uncomfortable. But anyway, we got the town map now, and by the way, how do we enter that place in the middle of the Unova region?
Oh, I know all about that place, Donald. That place you're talking about is called the Entralink, I think. And it's a place for Wi-Fi-based activities.
Talking of Wi-Fi-based activities, when we reach Castelia City, we need to do that Victini and Meloetta event.
Oh, hell yeah, Obama, we need Victini, which is known as the Victory Pokemon, because we need all the luck we can get with Joe playing LML.
Do you know what's funny about this part of the game? Bianca's like, we should take our first steps on Route 1 together, like they have never, ever left the town before for the first 10 years of their lives, and this place doesn't even have a Pokemon Center or Pokemart either.
Joe, once again, that's called story development, so just play the game and we have a Pokemon catching tutorial now too.
OMG, I forgot this game has its own version of Whitney Boys being Lenora, the Nacrane City gym leader.
Oh fuck, I forgot about her, Donald. She was an absolute nightmare to deal with, and her Watchog was evil.
Why do they insist on making the second gym leader ridiculously difficult, but the first and basically everything after is absolutely easy?
From my memory, Joe, they have only done that twice because in Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum, Gardenia was a walk in the park no matter who you picked. But, yeah, Lenora is one tough cookie.
All right, well, guys, I say we end this episode here, since in the next episode we can head towards Accumulate Town and the next few routes. So if you enjoyed this video, then please like the video and subscribe, and also consider becoming a member too if you'd like to help support the channel. Thank you, and have a lovely rest of your day.
Yeah, thank you everyone, and Donald smells all mouth. Yo, everyone, and welcome back to Pokemon White. We are in the Unova region today, aka the USA. And today we will hopefully try to get to Stratton City and take on the first gym.
Yo.
So please remember to like and subscribe, as we are so close to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we are really close to 1,000 subs, everyone. It's amazing. And also, Joe, stop interrupting Obama's introduction all the time, you idiot.
Donald, shut the fuck up. I am president and I will interrupt who I want. So why don't you go eat a pie or whatever it is you do to keep yourself looking like a Snorlax?
Call me a Snorlax one more time, Joe. I dare you.
Donald, you are the biggest, ugliest looking Snorlax ever. You are even bigger than a Gigantamax
Joe's a moron,
Snorlax.
Joe's a moron, Joe's a moron,
Donald's a
moron.
Snorlax, Donald's a Snorlax, Donald's a Snorlax.
I am literally at my wit's end with you two. We aren't even a minute in, and you two are already going at each other. I swear to God, I will send you both to couples therapy after we are done here.
Yeah, no thanks to Joe. We didn't catch any Pokemon and now look like a total loser in front of our friends. So thanks, Joe, for being a useless piece of shit as usual.
Donald, who the hell would want to catch Lillipup or Patrat anyway? They are useless and pointless, and no one ever uses them.
You just described yourself, Joe. But anyway, boys, welcome to Accumulate Town, where there is sweet fuck all to do except go see Professor Juniper and get the tutorial done with.
Well, Donald, you are still a Gigantamax Snorlax, but also, why is this the first game in which they decide to actually take us inside the Poke Centers and show us how to heal our Pokemon, unlike the other games?
I guess they think we are just idiots now, Joe, considering this is the easiest thing in the world to do, but I am glad they have decided to combine the Pokemarts and centers together. It just makes life easier.
Oh yeah, Obama, it really is convenient because I hated going to heal than having to run over to another building just to buy some repels.
Once again,
and
proving
potions.
you're a lazy
That was
ass
such a
Snorlax
pain.
Donald because you can't even be bothered to press some buttons to go to a virtual shop. So no wonder you're a
Oh,
fatty
just shut the
Elmo.
fuck up, Joe. I have had enough of you now.
I'm going to ignore you two arguing now. This is ridiculous. But anyway, this dumb tutorial is over, and I think we should talk about Team Plasma Boys. What do you think of this evil team?
Well, Obama, I feel Getsis and myself have a lot in common because we both have the same ideals and vision for our country. So I really like Team Plasma.
LMAO, Joe, I will give you that. But yeah, Donald, I do have to say you and Getsis are nothing alike at all, but I was talking more about what you both think of Team Plasma's vision.
Well, Obama, their vision is to separate all people and Pokémon because in their view, Pokémon are slaves and being forced to go into their Pokeballs and battle. But I think their philosophy is wrong and a lie, and basically the Republican way of thinking.
Okay, Joe, just like I said in our Animal Crossing playthrough a few months ago, we need to keep politics out of our gaming sessions, but I do agree with you in that their philosophy is flawed, as Pokemon have a choice to leave their trainers if they so wish, but they don't, which shows we aren't forcing them, if we are kind trainers.
And look, guys, it's this weirdo N who thinks he can talk to Pokemon LML.
You know, I remember N from the anime, and his voice didn't vibe with me, but he was a cool character, IMO.
Yep, and now I gotta battle him, Obama. And in the anime, he never battled. So I'm not sure why they made him violent in this game.
Well, he has one purloin, Joe, so this should be easy. And I really hate this Pokemon. It's so annoying. And Leopard always uses Fake Out, which is a joke of a move. Seriously, people just use that to troll.
Oh yeah, Fake Out is such a troll move and a waste of time, and so is Detect. What are your favorite moves, though? Boys, please comment down below and let us know what your favorite Pokemon move is. My favorite move has to be Draco Meteor. It's so cool.
My favorite move is Sweet Kiss or Attract Obama because I love using all those moves.
Joe, don't even finish that damn sentence. Seriously, let's just move on and ask Donald.
LMAO, he was going to say Youngsters Obama. But anyway, my favorite move has to be Judgment, which is Arceus's signature move. And the reason why I like that move the most is because it can change its type depending on which life plate Arceus is holding. And it just suits me.
You know, Donald, I had a feeling you'd say your favorite move is Judgment, but anyway, boys, check it out. Our hot mom is calling us.
And she is a solid 10, Obama, holy hell, I'm getting uncomfortable in my nether regions now.
Donald, we got to keep this video at least PG-15, so enough of that. But anyway, she has come all the way here to give us the running shoes, which shouldn't have taken this long to get.
Joe, shut your mouth. You were the one making jokes about muck in our Heart Gold playthrough, and now you want to act like a good Samaritan all of a sudden, you hypocrite.
Yeah, Joe, he has a point. You were making muck jokes, so drop the innocent act and hurry your ass up to Striaton City so we can get that gym badge already.
Whatever you two, I felt a change coming along within me, so felt I should act on it as president. That's what we do, isn't it?
Uh-huh, Joe, no one cares. Now get this battle done with, please.
Oh, youngster Jimmy, how yummy.
Oh, Jesus Christ, here we go again, Obama. So much for PG-15.
He never changes, Donald, but at least he's becoming better at Pokemon, don't you think?
That's to be seen, Obama. After he beats Red in our Heart Gold playthrough, I will then give my verdict on Joe's Pokemon skills.
I'm doing quite well. I think, boys, you both just don't give me enough credit at all.
Hey, check it, Obama. That freak Bianca wants to battle you, LML.
Yeah, and Joe, don't lose again, please, you idiot. We have water-type moves now, too, so we should win this hypothetically.
That was a slight oversight, Obama, on my behalf, but don't worry, we have so won against this bish.
Oh, she's leading off with Lillipup, which is a joke of a Pokemon, to be honest. So yeah, I do feel quite confident in you, Joe, for once.
My water gun move just took it down easy peasy, boys. But now it's time for her Tepig.
And that went down easy peasy, too, Joe. So well done, you actually did something good for once, LMAO.
Yeah, and look, Bianca says I am a tough cookie, boys, which is true. I love cookies, and I am very, very tough.
Right, welcome to Striaton City, guys. We finally made it, and now, Joe, we need to do a few things such as battle Charon in the trainer school, and then head to the gym to take on one of the gym leaders. And in this gym, Joe, there are 3 leaders, but we will face Silence since we chose the water type, and he has a grass-type Pokemon.
This will be easy, too, Obama, don't worry.
Joe, we should probably evolve our Yoshi to a Dewott since we don't have any other Pokemon with us right now. You know, that can handle a grass type.
Donald, shut your mouth. I got this. Don't worry, we will beat Sharon. And then I will destroy this silent fellow Obama was raving about too. So just have some faith in me, will you?
Yeah, that makes me even more worried. Now, Joe, seriously, Obama, can you tell him to train a bit, please?
Well, I took down Snivy easily, Donald, and he's a grass type, so you are stressing way too much, buddy.
Oh, great, it's Purloin again. Just destroy this piece of crap, will you, Joe, and head to the gym?
All right, Joe, good stuff, but maybe you should train a bit because Silent is a really strong trainer, and I am not sure you
OMG,
can
I can't
win.
believe you both haven't got any faith in me, and you're meant to be my best friends in the whole world.
All right, I'm all for watching you get obliterated here, Joe, so go ahead and embarrass yourself, you moron.
Yeah, I got the popcorn Donald with extra butter for you, buddy. So let's watch this dumpster fire, and then we can rip into Joe LMAO.
Look, he's got a Lillipup too. Guys, this is going to be super easy. Just watch.
Lillipup isn't our concern, Joe. And by the way, you could have got a Panseer, which is the fire monkey, and we could have used him to fight against Silent, which would make your life so much easier, Joe. But if you want to make it difficult, then go ahead.
Look, Lillipup is already down Donald, and now his Pansage will meet the same fate. And don't you both forget I am already the champion of both Johto and Kanto.
Oh, and a big surprise to absolutely no one here. Joe lost the battle because he thinks because he's president, he suddenly knows best.
Yeah, does that remind you of anyone, Donald? But anyway, that was all part of my plan to gauge how strong Silan actually was. And now I know he's really strong. I did a shit ton of training and got our Yoshi to evolve into a Dewott. So now we 100% absolutely positively have won this battle.
His HP is on 69, boys.
All right, now watch me, boys. You will be so proud of me, and you already should have been, by the way, for evolving that Dewott.
You know, Joe, I would have been way more proud of you if you listened to us in the beginning, because then we wouldn't even have to be here to begin with.
Well, Donald, we wouldn't have evolved our Yoshi if I had lost the first battle. So why don't you look at it that way, huh?
Oh, nice, Joe. You also got Fury Cutter, so we should have this battle in the bag for sure. Now I'm certain of it, but still, you're an idiot for not listening to us.
Oh, hell yeah. And I got the crit on that one too, boys. And now we have our first gym badge, so yay us.
Yeah, it took you long enough, Joe, but anyway, boys, we should end this episode here. What do you think? Thanks for watching, everyone, and in the next episode, we will hopefully make it to Castelia City and take on the second gym. So please remember to like and subscribe for more. All right, fellas, we are back in the Unova region for some more of that sweet Pokemon White action, so please hit that like button and bell icon and subscribe too, so you keep up with our content.
That's right, everyone, and today we will aim to get to Castelia City and take on Lenora for our second gym badge, and I have a plan to catch 2 Pokemon in this episode, so stay tuned for that as well.
Yeah, but first we gotta stop Team Plasma from literally beating up this Muna and saving it. And I think this is the first time we see actual gang warfare going on in Pokemon.
Joe, what on earth are you talking about? Gang warfare? They are just beating up this Muna to get some of its Dream Mist, first of all. And second of all, there is no gang. It's just Team Plasma, you goon.
No, this is gang warfare, Donald, because this is Muna's territory and Team Plasma here are trying to take it over like some David Attenborough documentary.
Yeah, sorry, Joe, but you have officially lost it now. We have no idea what you're on about, but anyway. Donald, be a deer and take on these grunts with their piece of shit Patrats.
Obama, I know what I'm doing. I'm not Joe, okay? And anyway, I was thinking, boys, one of the new Pokemon we could catch whilst we are here is in fact a Muna. What do you two think? Having a strong psychic type this early in the game is quite rare.
Actually, Donald, I wanted to catch a Blitzel since I've never used one, and having an electric zebra thing would be so cool, wouldn't it? It would also be useful for Skyla.
Good shout, actually, Joe. I'm down for that. Oh, and when we get to Castelia City, we so have to catch either a sock or throw, whichever one we encounter first.
Yeah, they will help us beat Lenora too, Donald, so that's fine by me. But check it, guys, these 2 Team Plasma grunts are still kicking this Muna, and it's just standing there taking it. I say this is Muna's fault for not standing up for itself.
Well, it could be a baby too, Obama, so you have to also consider that. And Musharna has showed up now, look anyway, and is making Getsis appear in their imaginations.
I could use some of that Dream Mist and dream about all the youngsters' phone numbers I got whilst we were in Johto.
And there's the first creep comment from Joe in this video, and we are just over 2 minutes in. So thanks for that, Joe. Now do us a favor and shut your fucking mouth. And Donald, we have to go back to see Fennel and see what she will do with this Dream Mist for us.
Oh yeah, it's for this C-Gear shit, Obama, which is basically for all the wireless communication stuff which we won't be able to use anymore ever since they shut down the DS servers, so we can just ignore this entire part of the game.
Oh, and this cute little girl gave us a journal so we can journal everything we have done in the game so far, boys. And can I just ask, who the hell actually spends their time reading it? I mean, if you just played everything that's written, why would you want to read it all again?
Joe, can you stop analyzing everything in the game, please? And anyway, that journal is for people like you who can't remember what they did 10 minutes ago, so that's why they included it.
Oh, looks like Sharon wants a battle, Joe, and you should be able to deal with his team, although he has that stupid purple cat. I don't know why, boys, but I hate Purloin so much, and Leopard, they're both so shit. And I want them all to be shot with Hyper Beam.
Okay, well, that got dark pretty quick. You heard it here first, everyone. Donald J. Trump condones the mass genocide of Purloin via the use of Hyper Beam.
Oh, guys, look, Fury Cutter is super effective against all of Charon's Pokemon.
Good, destroy that purloin with it then, Joe. And that leads me to a question, boys. What do you both think is the least used type in all of Pokemon? I don't really see bug types popping up much, but saying that this game has a bug type gym.
Well, I think that many people consider bug types to be weak. Donald compared to like psychic types or dragon. But I personally like them. And they are super effective against psychic types too. I think normal types aren't used that much either though.
Well, I have seen lots of arguments about ice having so many weaknesses too. Obama, which is true, as well as grass. But after doing some research, most people seem to think ice is the worst.
I can agree with that, Joe, but ice has sheer cold, which is a dope move, and will KO any Pokemon, even Arceus, if it hits.
Yeah, but the key words in your sentence about sheer cold, Donald, are if it hits. And that move has the worst accuracy ever.
Okay, Obama, then what the hell happened with the move Fisher?
Yeah, we won't be talking about that move, Donald, but check it, everyone. We caught a Blitzel and didn't name it as we wanted one of you to name it, so please leave suggestions for our newest Pokemon, and we will choose whichever comment has the most likes when we get to the name raider.
Yeah, and now I am currently battling Team Plasma again to help rescue a Pokemon they stole from a little girl. And it just breaks my heart that someone would do something to a poor little girl like that.
Yeah, I'm sure it does, Joe, and please leave a comment, everyone, about which type you think is the worst in Pokemon.
We have a double battle now with Chair and Joe, so this next one will be even easier, and then we can head to Nakreen City, boys. I really like that the gym in that city is in the museum too. It's a nice change instead of a random building.
Oh, I swear these teams always use the same Pokemon, boys. Why do they do this?
Yeah, Team Rocket always uses Zubat. Team Galactic does too, but also Golbat sometimes as well, and Team Plasma always use Patrat or Purloin.
They always use the same Pokemon because those are the ones which are available the most, boys. So they can just keep catching them. And it doesn't matter if they die because they will just get more.
I think Team Rocket is the worst, though, because they actually killed that Marowak. In the Pokemon Origins anime, you see them pretty much murder it with an iron rod, and that baby Cubone is crying.
Yeah, that was pretty cold, Joe. And since then, they had to make the teams more kid-friendly because people these days are snowflakes and can't handle anything LMFAO.
Oh, I would so vote Giovanni as president if he ran, boys. I don't like Getsis. He is just weird, and Cyrus is just straight up batshit insane.
Team Skull is the dumbest of them all, but anyway, well done for beating Team Plasma Joe. Oh, and by the way, something I wanted to ask you both was if you think we should use Zekrom on our team?
Well, that means we have to leave an empty space. Obama, and a Pokemon I really wanted to add was a Litwick, because Chandelure is so awesome. And I also wanted to catch a Tynamo too.
Oh, I agree, Donald, and in fact, a couple episodes ago, we got a request to add a Chandelure on our team, and I want a shiny one, so make that happen, Donald. And also, we can have Tynamo and Zekrom, because they are both electric types, remember.
Yeah, and I would say we use Litwick Donald and ditch Tynamo in this playthrough since we will probably end up using Zekrom. And I also want to catch a new Pokemon when we reach Nakreen City anyway, as there is a patch of grass before we can enter Pinwheel Forest.
Obama wants to use a Throw Donald and also name it after you because Throw is a fatty LMO.
Joe, I never said that or thought about it. Even I just like using those fighting types. But now you mention it, naming Throw after Donald makes a lot of sense. LMFAO.
Hey, if you guys haven't noticed, I have been pretty good lately and only got mad where necessary. And Joe also hasn't acted like an idiot either, too, except when he brought out a fire type in Crasher Wake's gym in our Platinum playthrough. You deserve to be abused for that one. Joe, seriously.
Well, like I said yesterday, Donald and I will say again now, I fucking forget I had it as the first Pokemon in our party. And anyway, we didn't need Houndoom for a battle with Wake. So I used that death as motivation to beat him. And I did so there, end of story.
No, Joe, you just won't admit your dementia is getting worse. But anyway, boys, we finally made it to Nakreen City, and I love that this city is basically all recycled, which is something I wish I pushed more when I was president. But anyway, all the buildings here are warehouses basically, but they have been converted.
Check it, Obama. I caught a Throw for you. It took me ages to find one, so I just cut to catching it because this thing drove me mad.
Joe, why did you catch that thing in a pink ball, you idiot? That's so girly, OMG.
Because I knew it would piss you off, Donald, and then when I name it after you, it will be even funnier, LMFAO.
Okay, Joe, we have another battle with N now, and his team hasn't changed so much, but it makes me wonder for someone who loves Pokemon. What does he do with the ones we beat? Does he just dump them somewhere or leave them knocked out, LMAO?
The guy is a walking contradiction, Obama, and that's why I hate him.
Yeah, does that remind you of anyone, Obama? I just know there is someone who reminds me of the description Donald just gave.
Joe, shut your mouth. No one cares about what you have to say, so just beat in already.
Yeah, we did some training off screen too for the sake of time, since pumping out videos almost every day already is a lot of work, so we hope you appreciate that, but with Joe battling, our time takes even longer.
You know what, Obama? If we didn't pick Oshawott as our starter, I would so have loved to use Timpole since Seismitoad is so cool and unique looking.
Hey, I would also have loved to use Roggenrola or Conkeldurr, but they have trade evolutions, which is so annoying.
Oh yeah, one of my friends traded me for a Gigalith once, Obama, and it was such a fun Pokemon to use, and I wish they'd just ditch trade evolutions. Now it doesn't make any sense, and what if you're like Joe and have no friends?
Hey, I have lots of friends, Donald, and I'm with 2 of them right now.
You sure about that, Joe LMFAO? But anyway, well done for beating this weirdo, and now we shall take on Lenora for our second gym badge.
Hang on. First, we have this tour of the museum, boys, and the funniest thing here is that Zekrom is just asleep as a ball in here, and everyone is clueless to it.
We could have just walked out with it right now, Obama LMFAO. Oh, and that reminds me, another Pokemon I want to use is Volcarona. We can catch one in the desert ruins, remember?
Donald, you have rattled on about catching 10 different Pokemon when we can only have 6. So let's ask our viewers instead on what they would like us to use for our team out of Chandelure, Zekrom, and Volcarona. And we also had a request a while ago to use Levani too. So please let us know, but regarding Zekrom, we may end up keeping it since they just force us to use it in the endgame parts.
Okay, fine, Joe, and also we cut the trainer battles in here for the sake of time again as we have so much to edit. So now, Joe, it's time to take on Lenora, and she is basically Whitney 2.0 if we don't battle her, right?
Yeah, and she has that move Retaliate, which does more damage to a Pokemon if the other has fainted already or something like that, Joe. And oh, be careful of Intimidate.
Wow, Joe, you idiot. Obama just warned you about Intimidate and you decide to send out Throw, which now has a reduced attack, so Seismic Toss will do jack shit to Herdier.
Oh, yeah, sorry, Obama. I must have missed that, but don't worry, I will win this on my first try. And we have Thunder Wave so we can paralyze her Pokemon too. See, I have 10,000 IQ strats.
You only have Thunder Wave because we told you to teach it to Blitzel Joe, so don't give us that crap. And then you take all the credit for it.
WTF, guys? I used Thunder Wave and this Herdier isn't getting paralyzed at all and just KO'd our Throw. Why isn't he not attacking?
Herdier knocked out Blitzel Joe, you idiot. And because Takedown does a lot of damage to us, but also recoil damage to the user, is why it died so fast. And also Thunder Wave isn't a 100% guaranteed paralysis.
Okay, now it's taken down 2 of our Pokemon, Obama. What the hell even is this battle? Lenora is literally Whitney.
Well, she already used her Super Potion Joe, so you should be able to take Herdier out. And then her last Pokemon is Watchog, and we can use Fury Cutter against it too.
Oh shit, and there's Retaliate like Obama said, and it did so much damage. Wow.
Yeah, but now it won't do so much damage, Joe. I think it's only on the first turn it does more damage than normal. So either use Razor Shell or Fury Cutter, but you will get Stab if you use Razor Shell.
And I have so got this in the bag. His defense just dropped Obama, so 1 more Razor Shell and this doggo thing is 1 dead boy.
Nice job, Joe. You won that even though we lost 2 Pokemon, which shouldn't have happened. But anyway, congrats. And she will give us the TM for Retaliate now as well, I think.
Yeah, we will get that TM Donald. But I don't think we should use it, at least not right now, but maybe before the Elite Four we could teach it if Joe can come up with another 10,000 IQ strat.
Oh wait, boys, Team Plasma is here now. What the heck are they doing?
I think that they believe this Dragonite statue is actually Zekrom or something, Joe, which makes no sense. But anyway, they stormed the museum to steal its head and see if it is in fact Zekrom, which by the way, it isn't.
Yeah, and now our friends are going to show up with Berg, who is the 3rd gym leader, Joe, and I think in the next episode we should deal with all this crap and get that Dragonite skeleton back for Lenora. So how about we end this episode here, boys?
Sounds like a plan, Obama. So thanks for watching, everyone, and stay tuned for more Pokemon White. And check out the playlist in the description below for our other videos. And please also remember to like and subscribe if you enjoy our content, as we love making videos for it. So thank you for all the love and support you're giving us too.
All right, everyone, we are back in Unova, and as you can see, trying something a little different in this episode. We are going to keep this one longer, first of all, and at normal speed to see how you all think of this style compared to the others we have done.
What's up, my peeps?
And based on this reception, we will take it from there. But anyway, we hope you enjoy this episode, so please hit that like button and subscribe.
Yeah, and Joe finally got the fucking audio working after I slapped him silly. But anyway, with these types of episodes, you guys may not see an episode every day. And we went over the poll we did the other day regarding upload schedules, and the comments and the actual votes seemed to be split. So we decided to try this style for a week and see what you all think.
Yeah, so anyway, since we got the announcements out the way, boys, we can carry on with stopping Team Plasma from stealing that skeleton head from the Dragonite statue. And they've run off into Pinwheel Forest by the looks of it, Joe.
Hey, look, boys, two young girls all by themselves.
And here we go, Obama, not even a minute in, and Joe has started his fetish thing again, the idiot.
Well, Donald, if you've noticed, he only does this now and then these days, and in Sinnoh, he thought Bertha was a hottie, so I'm not sure if it's his dementia that makes him forget what he's into. But we should get through this battle as quickly as possible, I think, LMAO.
We got some comments about what we should name our Blitzel. By the way, boys and I would appreciate you guys commenting down below and letting us know any more nicknames you might have for Blitzel, since it was a long time between this episode and the last one, and we want more of you to participate in this, and we will give you a shout out too.
Good idea, Joe and I. I'm so glad we chose Blitzel. It has a really good variety of moves, and Flame Charge will help us a lot with the third
I
gym,
just learned
since
Vital
it's a
Throw,
bug
boys.
type gym.
Yeah, as Donald was saying as he rudely interrupted Obama, I just taught Throw Vital Throw, since this guy is built like a tank, and with this move, we will clean up in the forest.
I'm glad Donald isn't throwing a hissy fit and has accepted his new role as a fat karate Pokemon in this series, Joe LMFAO.
I don't care at all, Obama. You can make me anything you want now, since I got to be God in our Platinum series, and nothing you nickname me now will ever replace me being named after Arceus. In fact, I think we should get Arceus in this game too.
Yeah, that's going to be a big fucking no to Arceus Donald. You can't use him in every playthrough. But if any of our viewers know where we can catch a Togepi, then we can name that Donald. Since you
Okay,
don't
Joe,
apparently
I
mind
take
what we
back
name
my
you.
statement. You can name me after anything but Togekiss. Fuck that Pokemon seriously, and if you are listening, Muta, don't you dare comment another random fact about how good Togekiss is and how it somehow held up to Arceus in my battle with Cynthia in the Platinum Final episode.
Well, Donald, it's a fact that Togekiss actually did hold up to Arceus. And you were just salty about it still. I saw you bitching to Melania last night when you came over.
Like how I am always a creep, Donald will always moan, but look, boys, this Sandile is a Pokemon some of the viewers suggested we use, and I actually really like it.
Yeah, and I just one-shot it with Vital Throw, Joe, so it doesn't seem that good.
Well, we already have 3 Pokemon, Joe. Currently, our team is going to be Dewott, Blitzel, Chandelure, Throw, Hydreigon. And then we have room for one more, and I still really like the idea of using an Electros.
Holy shit, boys! I just realized we can get a Venolite, the fucking ice cream Pokemon I so need that. Please, 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 can we get that on our team, please? I can lick it all day then.
Oh shit, Donald Joe found out about Vanillite. Should we just deny its existence, or what do you think we should do?
I'm not sure, Obama, and then when it evolves, it gets 3 fucking heads. So I think we should just overrule Joe and tell him we have another idea for a Pokemon to use.
You two realize I'm sitting right here with you, right? And I can hear what you're both saying, too. It's not fair you won't let me choose what Pokemon I want to use either, guys. You two always decide, so why can't I?
Joe, we choose Pokemon for reasons that are valid, such as choosing a Pokemon a viewer likes, or one because it's strong or cool, or because it's a dragon type. However, Vanillite is, and I'm not sorry when I say this, but it's none of those things, so go away with your dumb idea and come back when you have a better one.
Just so you know, Donald, Vanillite would shit all over your dragon types because it's an ice type.
I would like to make an observation about how crap these Pokemon Rangers are boys. Team Plasma is all over this forest, and these guys want to pretend to be a Diglett and hide underground to scare unsuspecting 10-year-olds, which is one of Joe's pastimes, by the way.
True, Obama. That is one of my favorite pastimes, actually, but you're right. I would be so ashamed if the rangers who look after the forest in our great country did this obscene behavior.
Be ashamed of yourself then, Joe, you loser LMFL. But anyway, boys, I think we should save our 6th spot for Zekrom since the game basically forces us to use it.
You know, Donald, I was thinking about that, and since we didn't use Giratina and Platinum, we could actually use Zekrom in this game since
Oh,
it is
yummy, a youngster.
the box legendary. And then we can catch Kyurem later if you two want.
Seriously, why is there a random kid all alone in this forest where Team Plasma is lurking about?
It's only more experience for me if you get my drift, Donald. Hey.
Oh, nice a Venipede, boys, but be careful, Joe. It will most likely have the poison point ability. I remember using one of these in my black playthrough a long time ago, and it was actually a really good Pokemon to use. I feel bug types don't get the credit they deserve unless it's a Sizer or Heracross.
I agree, Donald, and using a sizer would be cool in this playthrough too. But we would have to trade for one, and Joe, you better switch out to Blitzel because we can use Flame Charge.
Yeah, Joe, you're killing me here with poison, bro.
You know, I'm thinking we could switch throw out at some point, guys, because I'm starting to not like it anymore. It's so slow, and we only really caught it to battle Lenora, and now she's beaten. We won't need it, and we haven't even decided what flying type we should use either.
We could have got a pit of Joe, remember, but I'm pretty sure Hydreigon can learn fly.
I'm not wasting the Fly HM on Hydreigon, Donald, and I don't think we can even catch a Dano until way after we get Fly, and we need Fly bad.
I'm sure some of our viewers will suggest us a good flying type Donald, so you can stop crying about that.
Look, here's another fucking Pokemon we could have used if we didn't need to trade it to evolve it. Timber has got one of the coolest final evolutions, but they go and trash it behind a trade.
It's fine, Obama. I can always call up the Russians again and hack in a shiny Conkeldurr for you LMFAO.
Donald, we won't need you to call them unless you two want to do the special events like we did in our Platinum playthrough, which I would really like to do, by the way. I'm pretty sure we can do the Meloetta and Keldeo events in this game.
Oh yeah, Joe, we are so doing those events, but we can do it after we've beaten the game. And guys, I am actually more looking forward to us playing Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, since the post-game, for those are way more fun than this game.
Yeah, did you two actually beat all the floors in the Black Tower or White City's Tree Tower thing? Those were some really tough places to battle in, if I remember. But when you beat them, that Benga guy gives you a shiny Jebel or Dratini.
Yeah, but who the fuck would want a shiny Gibble Obama? We already talked about how shit it looks, and anyway, a green Dragonite is where it's at in my mind. Although I would have loved the purple one too if they kept the color scheme the same.
As much as I love Dragonite, the shiny version makes me want to throw up whenever I look at it.
I'm sorry to say this, Joe, but I'm not really, but you have the same effect on me too.
Look, it's a Panpour, boys. We could have fought one if we chose Tepig in the beginning, since one of Scylin's brothers has one.
Panpour is my favorite out of the 3 elemental monkeys, guys. He just looks like he's in the clouds all the time, smoking that cabbage LMAO.
Well, if he wants, I still have enough cocaine to last him his entire life, and when he evolves, he'll be able to handle even more.
Yeah, Joe, we already have a water type, and I don't particularly want you drugging our Pokemon up unless you have a stash of calciums and proteins. Then we could really use those.
I think we can only get them in the Driftvale market if I remember Obama, but we gotta earn a shit ton of money to buy just one of those, and I am not a billionaire in this game, so Joe, go find some rich trainers and keep battling them so we can make bank, then buy all the steroids.
Donald, we can only battle trainers once, you idiot, so why don't we just wait until we reach the Elite Four, and then we can battle them as many times as we want. And I will even find an amulet coin so we can double our earnings.
Joe, you're the idiot, because if we get the VS Recorder, I'm pretty sure we can rebattle trainers, and then when we find the rich ones, we can just farm them like they're our crop and make bank off them. Google it. I'm sure you will find someone who knows who the richest trainers are in this game.
Yeah, and Joe, what's the point of waiting until after we beat the Elite Four before using all the steroids on our Pokemon when we're meant to get them drugged up before battling them so we can win, you dumbass?
Oh yeah, you're right, Obama. I didn't think about that. Fine, by the next episode, I will Google who the richest trainers are, and then we can battle them off-screen to make money and buy your drugs.
Guys, now this Pokemon Ranger has a Panseer. We've battled all these monkeys again in this forest.
Hey, that reminded me, did you two ever enjoy the Pokemon Ranger games or nah?
I thought they were okay, Obama, but I enjoyed playing Pokemon Mystery Dungeon more if we are talking spin-off games, and I am sure our viewers will want us to play one of those games once we are done with these series.
Oh, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon was so good, Joe. I played Explorers of Time the most, but those 99-floor dungeons really pissed me off. Sometimes they took so long to get through, and I'm not sure I have the patience to get through them anymore.
Oh, hell yeah, Donald, I remember those two. They were hell. But look, boys, we beat the last ranger in this dumb forest, and I think we can take on that last team Plasma Grunt for the skull.
Yeah, but before we battle him, Obama, I am switching Blitzel up front since we basically took this whole forest on with Donald, and I can't stand to look at him anymore, and he only has one good move, which is just trash, because he's almost level 20.
Joe, once again, it's not my fault you caught that piece of shit. And you're lucky I didn't really have a meltdown about it either. And now look, you're the one bitching about it, LMFAO.
Okay, Donald, I admit I took this L here. But when we get to Castelia City, I'm going to release Throw since he is really useless. But I will keep the Donald name on him because I think it's going to be so funny knowing there is a wild Throw wandering around Unova who will only respond to the name Donald.
Well, if you release it, Joe, What Pokemon will you name Donald? Because we always have to have one Pokemon on our team at all times named Donald.
You can name Zekrom after me, Joe, is what I suggest, but you obviously won't, so you can
Fucking
name
right, we
Sandile
won't,
after
Donald.
me.
Yeah, legendary Pokemon don't get a nickname Donald because they are too cool for that. And your Arceus was an exception because you didn't stop going on about it throughout our entire playthrough of Platinum. But this time, I will not succumb to peer pressure.
Joe, you could get peer pressured by a turnip, so I have nothing to worry about LMAO, but hurry up and beat this guy. Will you seriously? I want to get this done so we can head to Sky Arrow Bridge. That place is probably the most scenic place in Unova.
Okay, I forgot about that place, Donald, and the music whilst we walk on it has to be one of the best scores in the entire series. It's so good.
It's one of the 7 wonders of the Pokemon world, Obama, and it is based off Brooklyn Bridge too, I think, since Castelia is meant to be New York.
Yeah, the devs rebuilt New York Donald, except they didn't bother putting your tower in the game, did they? LMAO.
That really rubs salt into the wound, Obama. I should fine them $10 trillion for that. They even put the Game Freak building in Castelia and not mine.
Donald, you always need to be reminded the world doesn't revolve around you, and we finally beat all these dumb grunts boys that took so damn long.
Yeah, and now this sage has arrived to save him, Joe. I think there are 7 of them, and at the end we basically have to go find them all and get them arrested. That's the post-game LMFAO.
Oh, and how convenient of both gym leaders to show up now, isn't it, boys? It would be nice if all 3 of us could have taken on all the grunts in the road together instead of them leaving it to the 10-year-old.
I think Berg was too busy frolicking around with bug-type Pokemon in the forest, and he forgot why he was even here to begin with the moron.
He probably was Joe, and he's probably the most forgetful gym leader in Unova.
I would say Bryson is probably the most forgetful Donald, and then in Black and White 2, he just quits being a gym leader and decides to become an actor full-time because he probably got paid more as one LMFAO.
Oh, nice boys. We got a Moonstone from Lenora, and with that, I think we can evolve Muna into Marshana if you want to go get one now, Joe.
OMG, Donald. You can't keep changing the fucking team every 5 seconds. It's seriously stressing me out, and my Apple Watch is now beeping at me because my heart rate has gone over 120.
Joe, your heart rate goes over 120 every time you breathe, so shut the fuck up and let me change what I want. We need to make sure by the time we beat
what a
the
lovely
8th
view,
gym
guys.
leader that we have the most perfect team possible.
It is indeed a lovely view, Obama. It's my favorite spot in the game.
Did you two even hear what I just said? I said we need to have the most perfect team possible before we reach the 8th gym leader, which is why I am always coming up with new Pokemon to use, but apparently you two don't care about that.
Oh yes, Obama, here comes that
For fuck's
banging
sakes.
tune as we make our way across the Sky Arrow Bridge. They should play this tune at nightclubs, and it would be lit AF instead of that Drac fellow they always play.
Joe, his name is Drake, but I agree wholeheartedly. And I love how we can see the trucks driving underneath the bridge too, probably delivering all those essential supplies to the Pokemon Center in Castelia City.
Delivering all those lovely steroids we need to inject into our Pokemon Obama to make them ripped LMAO. But my bitching aside, this place is absolutely stunning.
If any of you have a favorite place in Pokemon you'd just like to sit at, then please leave a comment down below. I love this place, and when I edit sometimes I listen to this theme tune in the background since it's so cheerful and always lifts my mood up when I'm having a long day with Donald.
Well, that's just rude, Obama, but anyway, boys, check it out. We've made it to Castelia City finally.
That's right, Donald, and this is where we will be ending this episode, everyone, and please leave a comment down below as well regarding what you all think of this style of video. It's much slower paced than our sped up ones, but you do get a generally longer video out of that, so we would love some feedback on this. But in the next episode, we will check out Castelia City and take on the 3rd gym, so please remember to leave a like and subscribe. Hey everyone, and welcome to part 5 of our Pokemon White playthrough. And the last episode for us was a kind of experiment to see what you all thought of the slower paced episode, but also in longer format. And basically everyone didn't care if the games were sped up, but you all preferred longer episodes. So going forward, that's what we will do.
Yeah, and like we have mentioned before, we only speed up the game because it saved us hours from editing, and this has been something on our mind for a while now, as we only want to provide our viewers with the best content we can, and we can't please everyone. So we're going to meet in the middle here and keep the game fast but long.
That's right, so we hope you all understand, and we apologize for the slow and fast episodes, but going forward, this is probably how it will be. But anyway, let's get back to the game, boys.
That's right, Donald. And we're just going to spend some time checking out Castelia City in this episode and take on the gym too. But this place is probably the only city in Pokémon that actually reminds me of a city.
Yup, and first of all, this is the actual Game Freak building, boys, and it's on floor 22. And the actual Game Freak building in Tokyo in the Carrot Tower is also on floor 22. So that's a pretty cool Easter egg they added here.
Wait a minute, boys. So you're both telling me these are the actual people who made the game?
Well, Joe, they aren't the actual people who made the game, but these are their avatars. They put in for a bit of fun, and when we become champion, we can come back here and challenge them all to a battle. And the director guy will give us a diploma for completing the Pokédex, too.
Joe, did you actually think those are what the devs look like?
Oh yay, we can give our Pokemon a massage from this lady, boys. And no, Donald, I'm not that stupid. I just thought it was interesting how there is real people represented in this fictional game.
Those massages will boost our Pokemon's happiness, Joe, but they're only really useful if we had a Pokemon that evolved from happiness like a Crobat, but they're still fun to do.
Oh yay, boys, that guy gave us the TM for rest. I wish I could use that TM.
Joe, rest is a fucking HM for you, dummy.
I second that, Donald Elmal, but Joe, go to the Plaza Center and talk to the dancer because we can get the amulet coin.
Oh yeah, but Obama, I forgot to Google who the rich trainers are so we can farm them.
Don't worry, Joe, we expected you to forget. But don't worry because we don't need the money so much right now. And I already bought some super potions and revives earlier for you as well.
Okay, thanks for that, Donald. And look, boys, another goddamn monkey. I swear we've come across these Pokemon more than any others in this game so far.
Well, Joe, sorry to disappoint, but the other two dancers have the other elements, and that reminds me there's a guy on one of the piers who will give us the evolution stone for whichever monkey we want.
Joe, go down here and we can find the secret cafe, which is where we can do the Meloetta event, if we ever get that Pokemon.
These two look suspicious, boys.
Call Officer Jenny, then Joe, and by the way, why do we never see her in the games, but she's only in the anime?
Probably because the snowflake's getting salty, that she would be the only police in the game, Obama. That's what usually happens.
Hey, look, Donald, it's your favorite monkey again, and this one has been smoking that cabbage as well.
Okay, but how the fuck does it take 2 shockwaves to kill it? I mean, seriously? We are electric and it is water, so it should die immediately.
Donald, we need to be higher leveled and evolve Blitzel to Zebstrika.
Yay, another dancer.
And by the way, the name raider is here, so after the gym, we should go name Blitzel to one of the names as suggested to us by our viewers in the last video.
Ah, we are getting attacked, Obama.
Joe, calm down, you muppet. This guy's giving us the TM for Flash, which means we can light up dark caves.
Yeah, but then he goes and hides again to jump out on someone else.
Joe, seriously shut your mouth and man up. And I got a free lemonade from this guy too, Donald. Meloetta will dance and sing in here if we bring her here with the guitarist too.
I don't condone smashing Pokemon Obama, but Meloetta is definitely a solid 10 in my book.
And apparently I'm the creep.
Joe, no one asked for your input. Thank you very much. So go be a good little bitch and keep playing the game for us.
He's picking the evolution stones up right now, Donald, actually.
Joe, you better pick Panpour Stone because it is the best monkey, remember.
Just to shut you up, I will, Donald, but we won't really need it or ever use it since we already have a water type with us, so what do you want to use it on?
Joe, we can always use it on an Eevee to get Vaporeon LMFAO.
Why is that funny?
Joe, when we played Heart Gold, we told you to Google it, but if you still haven't bothered, then we ain't gonna tell you, buddy.
Oh, that ship is the Royal Unova, boys, but I think we can only get on it after becoming champion.
Well, Donald, let it sink in that Joe Biden will become the champion of a 4th region now, LMAO.
That is something that wouldn't have happened without us, though, Obama, regardless of what Joe says.
You two can say what you like, but I was the one who still battled 12 Elite Four members and 3 champions. And after beating Iris, I will have beaten 4 champions and 16 Elite Four members. So how about you let that fucking sink in, Donald?
LMAO, Joe, you moron, you don't even know who the champion in this game is.
Yeah, but what he said is still true, Obama. He would still have beaten 4 champions. And the champion of this region is Alder Joe, not Iris yet, anyway. She is the champion in black and white, too.
Oh yeah, I remember now, Donald. I couldn't beat her stupid Haxorus.
Well, Joe, to upset you even more, because we are playing in winter, you can't buy any Castelia cones until spring. So no ice cream for you, Joe Elmau.
What the actual hell, guys? You two told me I could have some Castelia cones if we came here.
Well, Joe, we are currently recording this on a Sunday, and you can only get them on Tuesdays anyway, so we wouldn't even be able to get them even if it was spring or summer.
Well, I must say I'm quite upset now, and I shall take my rage out on this last dancer and his Simisear monkey.
Well, whilst you do that, Joe, I was reading some of the comments in our last video, and lots of people have gone between choosing Braviary or Sigilif as our flying type boys. People suggested Braviary as it's the symbol of America being an eagle, pretty much. and how it would suit us a lot, and some suggested Sigilift because of its move pool and because it's cool. So what we saying about this?
Okay, well, Donald, those are some very valid reasons from our viewers. And I do like the idea of having a Sigilift since it is part Psychic Type 2. But Braviary is indeed an eagle, and I love them. And also that video of you being scared of one in your office is fucking hilarious, LMFAO.
Oh yeah, Obama, the fact that Donald is scared of
Yeah, I
eagles
never
is
said I
enough for
was
me to
scared.
vote on Braviary.
Donald, you don't need to admit you're scared because that video of you is enough to prove that you are indeed scared of a bird. And our national bird at that, which makes you look even more stupid as an ex-president.
Oh look, boys, they formed their dance group. Isn't it so cute?
Yeah, and after all that shit, we finally got the amulet coin, Joe. So between this episode and the next one, if you haven't found out who we need to farm with the VS Seeker, then I will make sure you won't be champion of Unova too.
Donald, I said I would find them, and I keep my word unlike you, so shut your mouth.
Okay, Joe, let's bring it back to the story now, and you won't actually be able to take on the gym right now because Team Plasma have been causing trouble.
Yeah, you need to head to the main pier, Joe. And this whole part of the game is so fucking stupid, and it's all Bianca's fault too.
You know, Bianca in the black and white anime was so annoying and it kept getting boring that she always pushed Ash into a fountain or some lake. And now in this game, she's just as annoying.
Yeah, well, now she's gone and had her Pokemon stolen from Team Plasma, which is such a Team Rocket thing to do, by the way.
Yeah, Team Plasma's thing is separating people from Pokemon, but this one goes and steals Bianca's and then starts using it.
Okay, but how does one even get their Pokemon stolen to begin with? Like if she had a battle and lost, I would have just returned the Pokemon to its Pokeball. And then they wouldn't be able to do anything about that. And if I can come up with that idea, then Bianca really is an idiot.
Preach that shit. Joe Biden, preach.
Hey, isn't that the captain of that boat the father of the Burbank City gym leader has? Because this is the pier we arrive at in Pokemon Black and White 2 when we first arrive at Castelia City, boys. And her dad was the boat captain.
Yeah, you're right, Donald, but also no one cares now. Look, boys, I switched Blitzel and DeWatt around because this guy had 2 Sandiles on his team. We are about to fight.
Yeah, but your key move is Razor Shell Joe, and those Sandile have the Intimidate ability. Which
Who's the
means
champ,
our attack
Obama? Who's the
gets dropped
champ?
a
Who's
lot,
the
so be
champ?
careful.
Oh, wait, it's fucking me. So don't give me any BS advice, thank you.
All right, Joe, that was uncalled for, and just because you're champion doesn't give you privilege over us.
Yeah, Joe, cool it because you're starting to sound like a certain actress playing Snow White, who I won't name, but will actually name Cough Cough Rachel Zelga.
All right, Donald, as funny as that was, we didn't need to go there, LMFAO.
Obama, we so did need to go there. You don't understand how pissed off I am about this Snow White situation. That movie was goated, and now it belongs with the rest of what Disney has made. In a trash compactor.
Okay, well, Donald, I'm sure that Bianca, as stupid as she is also pissed off that her Pokemon got stolen. So how about we bring it back to that, huh?
Yeah, so Getsus here is currently going on a rant about the legendary white Pokemon of Unova, which of course is Reshiram, and how a hero united with Reshiram to stop everyone in Unova from fighting and thus uniting them.
Wow, Obama, somehow you managed to combine the entirety of Unova's history into a 10-second speech, but still got all the facts right, LMFAO.
Yep, and that's why I was the best president our country ever had, Donald. It's all in the writing.
So if we played black version, then Getsus would be spewing the same shit, but about Zekrom, wouldn't he?
Pretty much Joe. And I mean, Iris is the 8th gym leader, and instead of trying to stop Getsus, which she probably could, she just stands there and demands them to give Bianca's Pokemon back.
Oh, look, boys, they left an item on the ground over there. I wonder what it could be.
Joe, calm your pants down. There isn't a 10-year-old in there, it's just a smoke ball. And I am so glad Bianca's drama is over with, because now we can focus back on the gyms, and I suggest switching to Blitzel Joe, because Flame Charge will be very useful in there.
Already on it, Donald, and here we go, boys. I shall be taking on the 3rd gym now in our Pokemon White playthrough, and I'm super excited to take down some bugs and get our Blitzel closer to evolving.
Yeah, I am glad they stuck a bug-type gym in this game, even though they aren't difficult at all to deal with. And you would have to be the biggest moron on the planet to lose to one on the first try, but it's a good change from having a rock or water-type gym, in my opinion.
I agree, Obama, you would have to be the biggest, most stupid, idiotic piece of trash to lose to a bug-type gym on the first try. Isn't that right, Joe? Don't you agree?
Yeah, I am glad there aren't any of those around here, Donald.
Oh yeah, you might find Dwebble in here too, Joe, which is a rock type, and Berg has one too, so we should use DeWatt for those. But they're so annoying because they usually have the sturdy ability, which just pisses me off.
I think Dwebble is so cute, though, and it's also quite underrated as well. I believe I haven't seen many people using it ever, actually.
And speak of the devil, here he is, Joe. And Scyllin from the anime actually catches one, and it evolves into Crustle, which is also a really cool Pokémon. And I'm surprised it took them this long to incorporate a hermit crab-style Pokémon as well.
Yeah, we could use one when we do a playthrough of Pokemon Black and White too.
Yeah, I am really looking forward to playing that Donald, mainly because of the repel feature. But after this game, we will then move on our Pokemon Omega Ruby playthrough and then Violet. And we can do all the new DLC shit later on, if everyone wants to see that.
This gym puzzle is so annoying, boys, because I can never remember which switch opens what, and then some have a clown under them, whilst others don't, and it's all just so confusing for me.
Yeah, I agree, Joe. This gym isn't the best in this game. For me, I love the Humalao gym, but that one is only in Black and White too, and it's super interesting how the final gym in that game is a water-type gym too.
Yeah, I don't think anyone struggled beating that Gym Donald since everyone had really strong Pokemon by that point. And you could even have legendaries with you at that point too, since Cobalion and Virizion just hand themselves over to the player.
Hey, talking of Cobalion, what do you think of his new Paradox form, or whatever it's supposed to be? Personally, I hate it. And they made Raikou look like a fucking giraffe too.
Yeah, they really did Reiko dirty, Joe, and I wonder what they will do with Entei next, since he is the last Pokemon out of the legendary dog trio.
They will do him dirty too, Obama, just watch. They will probably turn Entei into a hippo or something, and then I bet they will move on to Zapdos, Articuno, and Moltres and butcher them as well.
Guys, I'm feeling so confident for this gym battle, since Blitzel and I have destroyed everything in this gym. I hope it will learn another fire-type move later on, though.
Well, Joe, let's put that confidence to the test now, and he has 3 Pokemon on his team. This first one is actually the second evolution of Venipede.
Okay, Joe, that flame charge did nothing, so you are definitely going to struggle here, LMAO.
But how the hell is this purple bug ball surviving my fire-type moves? It doesn't make any sense.
And his poison tail does so much damage to us, Obama, what the hell?
Well, it would Donald since it has same type attack bonus, which means moves used by the same type as the Pokemon get a boost in power.
Such a nerd that you know that, Obama, but Joe, maybe if you start using Shockwave, we will also get that stab boost too.
Donald, I am the champion, not you, and I know type matchups now as well, and fire will conquer in this gym. My Blitzel is like the Fire Nation, and this gym is the puny little Air Nation.
Well, Joe, your so-called Fire Nation just got beaten by the Air Nation LMFAO.
Yeah, and anyway, Joe Skyla's gym would be the Air Nation since she's the flying type, and I guess this would be a Bug Nation.
Joe, you got to be careful here too, since Levani has Razor Leaf, and it will KO our Water Nation Pokemon.
Yep, and there goes the Water Nation too, Joe, so back to the Fire Nation, huh?
I swear to God, I will start blood-bending this dude in a minute, boys. He is really getting on my nerves and is also definitely hacking since his bugs are immune to fire for some reason.
I see those super potions we bought you are really coming in handy now, Joe. But remember what we said, Obama, when we first arrived at this gym?
Yeah, we said you would have to be the biggest moron on the planet to lose to a Bug-type gym, Donald LMFAO.
You two rigged this shit, didn't you? There is no way I lost that.
Cry me a river, Joe, you did lose because you're useless. So let me take him on again and watch how a real champion squashes bugs.
You two knew I would lose this battle, didn't you? That's why you made those comments before we entered the gym. I haven't lost a battle in ages, so I do not accept this, and also we will never talk about it again.
Nah, sorry, Joe, as your friends, it's our duty to remind you of your shortcomings, and you have a lot. So we will never let you forget this battle, even with your crazy dementia issues and general idiocy.
All right, Donald, this one is on you now, and you better not fail, otherwise I will be the only one left among us who has brain cells remaining.
Obama, I thought you would have at least some confidence in me, and comparing me to Joe is probably the most insulting thing you can do.
Well, when we get to the next route, we will catch that sand dial everyone wants, and we will train it up and use it for the next gym, since Elisa is an electric user, and you will see how Joe Biden tears that supermodel up. I will really put my type matchup knowledge on show.
Okay, I might have to agree with Joe here, Obama, because Berg's Pokemon is paralyzed and yet still got 2 Poison Tails in. This is such BS.
Yeah, this gym is quite sus if you ask me too, Donald, because he's gone and used 2 Hyper Potions, and usually gym leaders at this point in the game won't do that. If you lose this, it's okay. Don't worry, bro. You can always try again.
And he's gone and used another one. What the actual hell?
How come you gave nice supporting words to Donald and not to me, Obama? I could have used that after losing to him the first time, you know.
Because Joe and I can't believe I'm going to say this, but Donald hasn't been the one going on about how great of a trainer he is. unlike you constantly raving about being the champion of 4 regions.
Boom! Yes, boys, I one-shot that Dwebble. See, that's how a real champion operates, Joe, you goon.
If you had given me the chance, I could have also taken Dwebble out in one move, Donald, you know. It's not my fault you got lucky in this battle and Berg switched out to Dwebble for his second Pokémon instead of Levani.
Yeah, well, he didn't for you, Joe, did he? So tough luck. And now watch as my Fire Nation Zebra takes out his weird Mantis Pokémon.
It is a really good Pokémon, though, Donald, and you even agreed that it was.
Yeah, this Pokémon would make a better replacement than Kamala Harris, Joe. And on top of that, she's even named after that koala Pokémon from the Alola region, LMFAO.
And there we go, boys. Donald clutched this battle for us.
Donald, you got so lucky in this battle, OMG. I could have also beaten him if my battle had played out exactly like this one did. And now I'm never going to hear the end of how I lost to a bug gym, which is the worst part of this whole ordeal.
You know what, Joe? After beating this gym, I feel like playing the next few ones myself since we've let you have most of the game time. And now I feel I should get more chances to play since I'm clearly better than you.
Well, Donald, let Joe take on Elisa, and depending on how well he does, then we can take it from there. And Joe, I have some news for you regarding Vanillite.
Oh yay, the ice cream Pokemon. What news do you have for me, Obama? Can we catch it now?
No, Joe. Because one of our lovely viewers suggested to us that we save Vanillite for Black and White 2, since Iris is the champion. And that makes a lot of sense, since she loves her dragon types.
Oh, it seems Bianca wants to battle us boys, so she told us to meet her in the gate before the next route. And guys, I thought we were going to play Pokemon Blaze Black 2 Redux, which is the ROM hack version of Black 2.
Well, Donald, I didn't decide what version we would play because we have so many other games to play, so I suggest we put it to a vote later on after we have played Omega Ruby and Violet.
I only brought it up, Obama, because the ROM hack versions have Fairy type included in them, which the normal Black and White 2 didn't have, which means we wouldn't have to use that ice cream piece of trash at all, LMFAO.
Hey, not a bad shout, Donald, but first we need to change the name of our Blitzel. And we asked you all for suggestions in the last video, and one of regular viewers who calls themselves Gazilla00X chose the name Pundamilia, which is Swahili for zebra. And we love that name since it's unique, so that's what we're going with.
Hey, that's such a cute name, Obama. But I am not happy about this whole Vanillite situation. If you guys choose Blaze Black 2 Redux, then you'll just use fairy types to spite me, which isn't fair.
Yep, that's exactly right, Joe, because we don't give a shit about your Pokemon choices or any choices you make, actually. You lost to a fucking bug-type gym, which means you're at the bottom of the pecking order now, and you can watch me destroy Bianca.
Well, Donald, wasn't I always at the bottom of the pecking order?
LFMAO, you said it, Joe, not me, but to answer your question, yes, you have always been at the bottom. If you want to rise up, however, you have to beat the entire Elite Four with a team of absolutely shit Pokemon, which we could let our viewers decide upon.
Be careful, Donald Blitzel just fell asleep, and I 100% back this idea. For fun, at the end of this series, our viewers should comment some Pokemon they think are so useless. And Joe, you have to beat the Elite Four and champion with them to prove your worth after losing to that bug-type gym, El Meow.
All right, I am so down for that, boys. Bring it on.
Okay, this battle is basically over, and then we can head into the next route and catch that Sandile, and I have the perfect nickname for it, boys.
God, it better not be something dumb again, Donald. We need Sandile to have a really cool name like Al Capone or something, since its final evolution reminds me a lot of a gangster.
Trust me, Obama, my name does fit with what you suggested, but it is way better. And guys, this next route is probably the most annoying out of all of them. It's so long, and the constant sandstorm in the battles drive me nuts.
All right, and the first Pokemon we encounter here is Sandile, boys, so good stuff. I guess this Pokemon isn't that rare to find on this route at all.
Yep, and Joe, you seriously need to buy some useful Pokeballs, because I had to throw another heal ball at Sandile, and I refuse to have a full party of Pokemon with pink balls. I am a man and refuse to have girly colors. Thank you very much, this is unacceptable.
And Donald the misogynist is back again, Obama, or whatever this is called.
Donald, what is that nickname you gave Sandile?
I have named our Sandile after the two famous gangsters who used to basically run London called the Cray Twins. And any of you haven't seen that movie about with starring Tom Hardy called Legend, then I suggest you do if you want to be as cool as me, Donald J. Trump.
Okay, well, I guess we should end this episode here, boys. So thank you for watching, everyone, and please remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more.